Caitlin pulls left wing, the right wing, 30-plus feet. Logo crosses over, launch it. Oh my goodness! She is back!
Caitlin Clark just ended the New York Liberty's undefeated season in 38 seconds. 3 logo threes, 8 WNBA records shattered, and the defending champions left stunned on national television. But this wasn't just a comeback. It was a full-blown basketball earthquake. What Caitlin did in those 38 seconds didn't just break the Liberty's streak, it broke the entire league's perception of what's possible. And here's how it all went down. Let's start with the setup. The New York Liberty weren't just on a hot streak, they were dominating the league.
28 years in the making, WNBA champions!
Coming into June, they were a perfect 9-0, unbeaten, untouchable. Every game looked the same.
Gets inside, nice look inside to Phoebich, and she lays it up and in.
They don't really know how to manufacture or execute something in a half-court set, and the Liberty clearly do. You know, this is even somewhat broken, but it's just moving without the ball. It's a sweet dime.
A slow dismantling of their opponents. They suffocated teams with defense, shredded them with offense, and left top-tier talent looking hopeless. Breanna Stewart, Jonquil Jones, and Sabrina Ionescu were playing like a big three straight out of a super team playbook. It didn't matter what your record was. It didn't matter how much film you watched. Teams would walk into Liberty games feeling hopeful and walk out completely broken. The conversation wasn't who can beat them, it was can anyone? But everything changed on June 14th. That's the day Caitlin Clark came back.
The defending champion and unbeaten New York Liberty coming to town for the second time this year as we get ready for this game. And yes, she is back. Caitlin Clark will indeed be playing today. Missed the last 5 games with a strained quad.
After missing 5 games with a quad injury, the rookie sensation returned to a packed Gainbridge Fieldhouse. And what happened next? It wasn't a comeback. It was a statement.
In front of us right now, I feel like this is like we're starting a new season. You guys, I'm so proud of how resilient we've been up until this point. We're going to continue to have to be, but right now we have an opportunity to continue to take a step forward. Okay, this can be a springboard for us, right? We're marrying energy and effort with execution. Every single possession matters. Hit singles, make the easy play, all right? Make one another better, okay? It's our time. It's our time. Here we go. Together on 3, 1, 2, 3. Together.
Early in the game, the Liberty looked like themselves, confident, crisp, in control. They jumped out to an 11-point lead, business as usual. But then, Caitlin Clark flipped the entire script. 9 points, 38 seconds, 3 logo threes. The first bomb came from 34 feet. The crowd erupted.
Fever, Cunningham got knocked to the floor. Caitlin pulls left wing, buries it. She is back.
The second, 31 feet, same result, nothing but net.
Fever down, Caitlin down from the right wing, 30-plus feet, then again. No one else but Caitlin Clark.
The third, another 31-footer that dropped clean, and the entire arena exploded.
Sedatis, handoff, Caitlin from the logo, crosses over, launch it. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding?
The most dynamic player in the game. 9 points in 38 seconds for Caitlin. She hit all 3 threes.
And not only 9 and 30, but look at the depth on these field goal attempts. She's certainly feeling it.
Even Breanna Stewart, the MVP, smiled in disbelief.
Clark directing traffic, and then steps back with the 3 over Breanna Stewart.
Watch the reaction with one another. Stewie's laughing. Caitlin knows it's ridiculous. Just out there having a good time.
Because what she was witnessing wasn't basketball, it was artistry. In the span of 38 seconds, Clark erased the Liberty's entire lead. She tied the game at 24. And from that moment on, the Liberty were never the same. They weren't just being outplayed, they were being overwhelmed. And it wasn't over. By halftime, Clark had racked up 25 points, her personal best for a half. By the end of the game, 30 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 7 three-pointers.
Caitlin challenged Sabally and won it. Clark nails it. A 17-0 run. Caitlin Clark now with 7 threes on the afternoon.
Let that sink in. No player, not Sue Bird, not Diana Taurasi, not Maya Moore, has ever posted that stat line in WNBA history. And the record-breaking didn't stop there. Clark officially passed Candace Parker in career pace. She now holds the record for most 30-point, 5-rebound, 5-assist games in a player's first 2 seasons, surpassing the 2-time MVP. She also became the 4th fastest player in league history to reach 850 points, doing it in just 45 games. Diana Taurasi holds the WNBA record for games with 50-plus points scored or assisted on. She did it 10 times in 565 games. Caitlin Clark, she's already done it 9 times in just 45 games. That's not just impressive, that's generational. And here's the kicker, Clark didn't do it alone. Lexi Hull had a career night, setting personal bests in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and efficiency. She leads the entire WNBA in 3-point percentage, and with Clark drawing attention, Hull was deadly from beyond the arc. Aaliyah Boston, the team's anchor in the paint, played like a point center, dishing out assists, commanding space, and locking down the rim. No other center in the league moves the ball like her.
Caitlin, outlet to Aaliyah, in stride, right post, and she banks it in. It's a dime from CC to AB.
Kelsey Mitchell dropped 22 points, drilling clutch threes every time the Liberty tried to claw their way back in.
Mitchell had just enough room to get the shot off, and she buried it.
And Sydney Colson came off the bench with poise, dropping 10 points and 6 assists, proving this Fever roster runs deeper than anyone thought.
Colson left open, and she hits it!
This was no longer just the Caitlin Clark show. This was a blueprint for championship basketball. Indiana's defense disrupted New York's signature pick and roll. Their offense flowed with purpose, and every player, starter or bench, played their role to perfection. By the end, the Liberty were stunned. Their undefeated season, gone. Final score, Fever 102, Liberty 88. The message, loud and clear. The Fever didn't just beat the defending champs, they exposed them. And Caitlin Clark didn't just return, she returned with fire, fury, and the kind of performance that changes everything. This was one of those rare moments where history gets made, and everyone watching knows it in real time. Caitlin Clark shattered expectations, 8 records gone, the unbeatable team beaten, and the WNBA changed forever. If you think Caitlin Clark just proved she's the future of basketball, smash that like button, drop a CC record breaker in the comments, and subscribe so you don't miss what she does next. Because this was just the beginning.
The Chicago Sky are absolute trash. The Chicago Sky are not very good. I'd be surprised if they win more than 15 games.
Oh. Moon River.
Angel Reese completely snapped, and it all started with a savage taunt from Kelsey Plum that sent shockwaves across the entire WNBA.
And she cooked Angel Reese's ass in hot grease. Let's go.
Pie by Stevens.
The drive by Plum. Once she gets by Reese, it's over.
Pie by Stevens.
The drive by Plum. Once she gets by Reese, it's over.
And then hits her with the too small.
In the final minutes of another blowout loss, Plum drove past Reese with ease, then turned around and hit her with the too small gesture. The crowd exploded, social media melted down, and Angel, she looked shattered.
Kelsey Plum hitting Angel Reese with her own
Pie by Stevens.
Your too small celebration. Damn.
But what really happened in that moment? And why are fans saying this single play just exposed everything wrong with Reese's game? To understand the full weight of what went down, we have to break it down frame by frame.
Like, just look at this. Look at this defense right here. Look at this defense. And anyone who says Angel Reese is all defense, like I'm not joking. I mean this when I say that she is a worse defender than Caitlin Clark. Sorry, she is playing the worst defense this season than Caitlin Clark.
The Chicago Sky were already trailing. The energy was low. The body language was tense. Angel Reese, once hailed as the future of the franchise, was matched up against Kelsey Plum, a veteran with something to prove. Then it happened. Plum took the inbound at the top of the key. With a bounce in her step and eyes locked in, she made her move.
Target locked.
One quick jab, a crossover, and Reese was instantly off balance. The next second, Plum blew past her like she wasn't even there. Easy left-hand layup. But it wasn't just the bucket that stunned the crowd. As she turned around, Plum leaned forward, looked straight at Reese, and hit her with that now iconic too small gesture, her hand motioning toward the floor, eyebrows raised like she was asking, "Is that really all you've got?"
Kelsey Plum keeping Angel Reese on her back hip, creating enough separation, going up for a layup. Yeah, Angel Reese, you're too small. My name's Kelsey Mitchell. I'm 5'8", but you are too small. Nasty, nasty work from Kelsey Plum. And I need to be honest here. Angel Reese, did you take any offense to this? Did you take this personally? Do we need to open up an investigation into taunting on the court for your sensitive ass?
The arena erupted. Fans gasped, some laughed, others whipped out their phones. It was the kind of moment that doesn't just make highlight reels, it becomes history. And just like that, Angel Reese wasn't the face of the game anymore, she was the punchline. Within minutes, the clip was everywhere. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, multiple angles, slow-mo edits, commentary calling it everything from savage to cold-blooded.
Feet. Here's Plum, a hop in her step. Plum, the blow by in the left hand. Feet. Here's Plum, a hop in her step. Plum, the blow by in the left hand.
Too small. Yikes.
One post even went viral with the caption, "Kelsey Plum just cooked Angel Reese in hot grease." Another said, "This wasn't a layup. This was a statement."
Yeah, she cooked her like that popcorn. Hey, Plum Dog, how many wins does the Sky got? Down here. Oh, God. Kelsey Plum saying too small to Angel Reese. I love that fire. It's me bound time. Oh, God. How about this one? Kelsey Plum confirmed racist.
And that's exactly what it felt like. This wasn't a fluke. This was personal. Plum didn't just blow past Reese, she dismantled her. Not with trash talk, but with basketball. Pure skill, precision, confidence, and just enough pettiness to send a message to the league. And the worst part? It worked. You could see it in Reese's reaction. Her shoulders stiffened. Her eyes didn't focus the same. For the next few possessions, her timing was off. Her footwork sluggish. It was like her mind had left the court. That single gesture didn't just break her momentum, it cracked something deeper. This was supposed to be Reese's moment to bounce back. Instead, it became a symbol of how far she still has to go. The irony.
If they're in zone, they're in man. Watch Angel Reese where she's standing. Watch her on this play. Say no. What the hell is that? Like, that is a play that if Caitlin Clark did that play, you'd be saying she's the worst defender in the world. Watch Angel Reese on this play right here. Does she pick up the ball? Does she pick up the ball? Nah, she's just gonna run to nowhere, give up a basket. Or does she do anything? She's jogging back on defense. And like, if you ever watch the Chicago Sky getting cooked, like, you can see her consistently play bad defense.
Reese has done that exact gesture to others in the past. She's built a brand on fire, flair, and fearlessness. But in this moment, when the spotlight flipped, she didn't answer back. She folded. And that's why this one play has become the center of the conversation. Not just about Reese, but about the Chicago Sky, the weight of expectations, and what happens when confidence gets tested in real time. On paper, Angel Reese didn't have a terrible stat line. 13 points, 12 rebounds, 6 offensive boards. That's a double-double.
Out of Angel, like, she had 13 and 12. She had 13 and 12, and it was, like, again, what's she probably averaging, like 9 and 13 boards? Like, I assume she's going to lead the WNBA in rebounds again. Like, she got, I'm not going to lie, she was actually quite efficient if you judge by points per shot possession, because 3 times in the game she missed, caught her own rebound, scored. And I don't mind it. Like, if she misses, catches her own rebound, scores, I don't mind it. She actually kicked out once. Well, I looked at the box score, and look, the box score didn't matter. The scary part is, like, I don't know when it comes to the Sky if they're better without Angel Reese or they're just better with Elizabeth Williams on the floor.
And for most rookies, that would be impressive. But basketball isn't just numbers. It's impact. And when you watch the game, you realize something. Reese's double-doubles aren't changing anything. In fact, many would argue they're empty. Take her shooting that night. 5 of 11. That's 45%. Not bad, until you remember she's a 6'4" power forward playing near the basket.
But from the Chicago Sky, they are a joke. They're a joke of a basketball team. You have got, your player just got too small. They don't play defense. There's no effort. There is absolutely no effort. Like, I watched, and by the way, I don't think it's a bad game from Angel Reese. And it is a nitpicking thing because, like, it is what it is. And she made a few really nice plays. Like, even down the stretch, she got a really nice and a really kind of tough and one, but again, it's off a miss, catch her own rebound and one. I think 3 of her buckets came from that, and it's like, still can't score layups.
Those are supposed to be high percentage looks. When your team is desperate for efficient scoring, 45% isn't cutting it, especially when you're getting outplayed by your own teammates.
Folks, you're never going to win a game with this. I mean, just look at this. Angel Reese, 13 and 12, still can't shoot over 50%. A measly few feet away from the basket, but I guess 48% is better than 32%. So we'll take what we can. Point forward, Angel Reese, by the way, 4 turnovers, 4 assists. Not very point forward like. 4 turnovers, 4 assists. Not very point forward like at all.
Camila Cardoso played fewer minutes in that same game, but went 6 for 9 from the field. That's 66%. She didn't have flashy stats, but she got the ball, made it count, and gave the Sky exactly what they needed.
Camila Cardoso, 6 for 9, 6 rebounds, 12 points. Courtney Vandersloot, 11 points. Kia Nurse, 9 points. Ariel Atkins, 9 points. Nobody on this damn team can actually create a shot for themselves and score. Let's be honest. Nobody on this damn team can actually create a shot for themselves and score. That player is signing checks, cashing checks over there in Mexico. She's long gone. This current team, this current team is an absolute embarrassment.
Reese, meanwhile, struggled to convert on opportunities that should have been routine. And this isn't new. In the previous game, she went 0 for 8. The game before that, 2 for 8. It's a pattern, and it's raising serious questions about whether Angel Reese is built for this level.
After not this game, but the last one where it was, 0 of 8, that are like, it's bad. It's really bad. I mean, this was 5 of 11, but the problem is, when you're a 6'4" power forward, nah, bro. You can't shoot 5 of 11. You can't shoot 2 of 8. You can't go 0 of 8. You can't, no. Cardoso, my point right in front of you, she's a big. She shot 66%. And one could argue she's not showing out either. But you get my point.
Or if the hype has simply outpaced the reality. Because when you look at the team around her, it's clear the Chicago Sky are crumbling.
I want the Chicago Sky fans to understand, the Chicago Sky coach to understand, is that you're not going to win a game at all if you are relying on these two to get you through. All right? These two are not going to get you over the hump or honestly carry. Like, they can get you over the hump, but these two aren't going to carry a team, okay? At least not right now. They're not going to carry a team.
They're 0 to 3. Their offense is one of the least efficient in the league. Their transition game is broken. Their half-court sets are sluggish. And their defense, practically non-existent.
Like, and that's the thing. We saw it in Unrivaled. She was a good defender in Unrivaled. It is a choice with Angel Reese to play good and bad defense. And I'm going to be honest. Like, look, you can criticize players, and that seems to be one things that's been really annoying me when it comes to Angel Reese, is that when she focuses more on getting off on the more offensive rebounds she gets, the less defense she plays. The more points she scores, the less defense she plays. The less defensive plays, the more shots she takes, the less defense she plays. And it is what it is.
But here's the kicker. When the offense runs through Reese, it looks even worse. The problem isn't just that she's inefficient, it's that she's predictable. Opposing teams have figured it out. Get physical early, talk some trash, and she'll start spiraling. That too small gesture from Kelsey Plum. It wasn't random, it was a tactic, a strategic move to break her mentally. And it worked. Analysts have started turning. One even said, "I can't defend Angel Reese any longer."
I will no longer make excuses, okay, and defend Angel Reese and the clownery of the Chicago Sky. There is no excuse for this nonsense. Again, they need to become militant, become disciplined at becoming a champion. Like, what is the problem with that? Chicago Sky has been the laughingstock, has become the laughingstock of the WNBA. At this point, we are the number one, we are the worst team of the WNBA. I can't wait to see if we could bring something to Dallas Wings, okay? I believe we play them sometime next week. Is it next Thursday? Paige Beckers, she got something to prove. Dejanay Carrington, all of them got something to prove. Arike Ngumbawale, Isaiah James, they got something to prove. Chicago's got to look like they're okay being a loser.
Others are questioning if she's even a starter-level player on a competitive team. And it's not just sports media. Social media is flooded with clips dissecting her every move, her defensive rotations, her missed layups, even her body language. And that's where things get ugly.
Like, just look at his defense right here. Look at his defense. And anyone who says Angel Reese is all defense, like I'm not joking. I mean this when I say this. She is a worse defender than Caitlin Clark. Sorry, she is playing worse defense this season than Caitlin Clark. Watch Angel Reese right here. If they're in zone, they're in man. Watch Angel Reese where she's standing. Watch her on this play. So you know, what the hell is that? Like, that is a play that if Caitlin Clark did that play, you'd be saying he's the worst defender in the world.
Because Reese didn't just come into the league as a rookie. She came in as a brand, a social media icon, the Bayou Barbie. Expectations weren't just high, they were sky high. And now, every mistake is amplified, every flaw is broadcast in 1080p, every missed shot is a trending topic. That pressure, it's eating away at her game. The moment she's off, the whole team feels it.
There is no excuse. It's unacceptable for both Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso to leave a game without at least 10 points. That is the bare minimum. And I want to hear none of this, that, and the third. Like, no. Somebody had the nerves in my comments, okay, in my previous video from last night's game, to say, well, give them until game 10. Are you out your mind? You think I'm about to sit here and watch this embarrassing monstrosity and wait until game 10 for us to finally improve? You know what? No, absolutely not.
The chemistry falls apart, the scoring dries up, and what was once framed as her leadership is now being called a liability. She's not elevating the Sky, she's anchoring them. This wasn't how her rookie season was supposed to go. But with each loss, the whispers are getting louder. Is Angel Reese overhyped? Or is she just crumbling under the weight of her own reputation? While Angel Reese was spiraling, Kelsey Plum was soaring. It's not just that she had a great game, it's how she played. Confident, aggressive, unapologetic. From the moment she stepped on the floor, Plum looked like a woman on a mission. And by the time the buzzer sounded, she had dropped 28 points, including 6 3-pointers, 8 assists, and a viral highlight that turned the WNBA world upside down. But this isn't just about one performance, it's about Kelsey Plum's resurgence and what it represents. Because let's not forget, Kelsey used to be that player, the record setter, the NCAA legend.
Kelsey Plum on a nationwide countdown as she chases the D1 record for career points. Plum tees up the three. Oh, that sweet stroke of Kelsey Plum. It's Plum, triple, you betcha. 7:15 left to go. Plum pulls up. Oh, baby! So loud after the Kelsey three. Not another one. What we are witnessing right now is just, it's so hard to describe what she is doing kidding me, Kelsey Plum?
Her scoring record stood for years until Caitlin Clark shattered it. And while the media spotlight shifted to newer, flashier names like Angel Reese, Plum's game seemed to dim behind the noise. Now, she's playing with a fire that feels personal. It's as if all the years of being overlooked, all the questions about her ceiling, all the comparisons, they've fueled a version of Plum we haven't seen in a long time. And it's terrifying for opponents. Analysts have called her unshackled, liberated, even reborn. She's no longer sharing the spotlight with egos or dealing with locker room tension. She's leading, she's smiling, and most importantly, she's winning. That too small taunt, it wasn't just petty, it was symbolic. Plum didn't do it out of nowhere. She hit Reese with her own move, a celebration Angel has used many times in college. It was a moment of role reversal.
Kayla Williams dumps it down, Reese good position, and the flip.
The gritty vet humbling the overhyped rookie. And it didn't go unnoticed. Fans called it poetic justice. And you know what made it sting even more? Plum didn't follow it up with trash talk or drama. She let her game speak. Shot after shot. Dagger after dagger. She kept pouring it on while Reese struggled to keep up. Every time the Sky tried to make a run, there was Plum, stopping it dead in its tracks with a step-back three or a no-look pass. And while Reese was visibly rattled, Plum stayed cool, poised, focused. It's that contrast that's captured fans' attention. Reese came into the league with buzz. Plum came in with battle scars. Reese has the followers. Plum has the footwork, the finishing, and the mental toughness to go with it. And now, in the middle of a WNBA season full of shifting narratives, Kelsey Plum is rewriting hers, not with a press release, but with every possession. She's showing younger players what it looks like to evolve, to come back stronger, to let go of the noise and lean into the work. And in doing so, she's become the very thing Reese was expected to be, a force of nature, a tone setter, a star. The spotlight has shifted, and for now, it's shining squarely on Plum. Not because she asked for it, but because she earned it. By the final buzzer, the Chicago Sky had been blown out again, but the scoreboard wasn't what fans remembered. It was that moment. Angel Reese left behind, Kelsey Plum hitting a cold-blooded layup, and then, too small. In that instant, the power dynamic shifted. Reese didn't just lose the play, she lost control of the conversation. And for a player who built her brand on confidence, that's a dangerous place to be. Meanwhile, Kelsey Plum didn't say a word. She didn't need to. Her performance, 28 points, 6 threes, 8 assists, did all the talking. And when the game needed a closer, she stepped in. Reese didn't. That's what's most telling. The WNBA isn't about hype anymore. It's about who shows up. And speaking of showing up, Caitlin Clark just did the unthinkable. 2 days after getting bullied in the paint by Brittany Griner, Clark came back with a vengeance. And what happened in that rematch was pure humiliation. If you thought this Plum Reese moment was brutal, wait until you see what Caitlin Clark did to Brittany Griner in their revenge game. Click here to watch it now. It's even more savage.